My image planes are aligned and I am almost ready to start modeling. There are a couple of things I would like to fix first. My index finger, my side view, is in front of the grid. I can tell because I can't see these grid lines. I'd like to be able to see the grid in front of the image plane, so I'm going to take the image plane and move it back. And eventually I'll see the grid. That's better. I also like my image planes to be a little bit translucent. So over here in the channel box, I have my side image plane selected. The thing that I'm going to adjust is alpha gain. Alpha gain will adjust transparency. If I take it and I turn it down, I'm doing this by middle mouse dragging, you'll see that it becomes completely invisible. 0 is invisible, 1 is solid. Anything between 0 and 1 will become slightly transparent. I'm going to put mine at a 0.5. Depending on the brightness of your monitor, you may find that you have to change that number to make adjustments. I will do the same thing with my back view. We'll set my alpha gain to 0.5, and now I can see through both image planes. The next thing I'm going to do is select both of them. I can do that by window selecting in the side view, selecting in the outliner, the perspective view, wherever I want, but I have both image planes. I am going to stick them on a layer. So that's layers, create layer from selected. I'll name this my image plane underscore layer. Save. I've got them aligned. I spent a lot of time getting them aligned. Now that they're aligned, I don't want to touch them anymore. So the thing that I'm going to do with this layer is I'm going to set it to reference. A reference layer is not selectable here in any of the modeling viewports. If I need to, I can still select the image plane. I can do that through the outliner, but I can't select them in the modeling views. And that's great because you remember all of Maya's right-click menus? Oh yeah, it has right-click menus for your image planes too. So sometimes you'll be going in to make adjustments to your model and you'll be right-clicking your image planes. But not if they're set to reference. If they're set to reference, you can't click them. By the way, since I see it here, if you see one of these green boxes, like this one, I will deselect that. It's a kind of swampy dark green color. This is your front orthographic camera. Do not delete it. You need that. It corresponds to this. Maya is showing it to you because it knows that there's an input connected to this camera and it wants you to be aware of that. If I rotate around enough, I may eventually also find my side camera. It's got to be here somewhere. Yep, there it is. That's the side camera. If you don't like seeing them, what you can do is go to the Show menu at the top of the perspective view, and you can uncheck cameras. That will turn them off so that you're not tempted to delete them, which is good. You don't want to delete your cameras. That would be bad. The last thing that I'm going to do when I'm setting my image planes up for modeling is back in the perspective view Show menu, I am also going to turn off the display of the image planes. So Show, uncheck image planes. That gives me a really clean, clear perspective view, and that is my preference because this is where I want to look at the model and see how nice the model looks. I'll be able to make adjustments and add details here without looking at the reference images, which may bias my view in some way. So right here, this is a great place for me to save my scene. Mine is already going to my project directory, scenes folder. It's called handbegin01.ma. That's great. I am just going to go File, Save Scene, and now I personally am all set to model. Again, take some time, go through this, make sure that you can see the grid in all of your views. Adjust your alpha gain so that you can see through your reference images. Get those reference images on a layer so you can make them unselectable by referencing them. And finally, in the Show menu of your perspective view, turn off your image plane display. That way they won't get in your way when you're looking at the model. Alright, in the next video, I am going to start modeling the hand.